from Dominica, right? Dominican Republic. But the thing is, brother, right? ¿Qué significa Dominica? ¿Verdad? Like where does, that's crazy, right? Because read this real quick for me. Read this for the brother, because you got a lot of our people in, you know, the islands like, you know, the Dominican Republic, right? Puerto Rico, you know, all these islands, but they're calling themselves after, you know, Edomites. They're calling themselves after their enemies, right? So let's read it real quick. So what that say,
This is Google. The Dominican Republic, Saint Dominico, after Columbus named the island containing Haiti and DR Hispaniola, his brother.
Española. ¿Qué significa eso?
Española. Basically Spain. It's coming from Spain.
From Spain, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Español is like Spanish. It sounds like a Spanish female.
Española.
Like española, like Spanish.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So the island was called Hispaniola. So we know that, you know, you got a lot of people saying, Hispano, like Hispanic, right? But what does that mean? That means I'm pertaining to Spain. So we know that the Dominicans, they're not from Spain, though.
Oh wow!
Doesn't make any sense. Why are we going there, sir?
That's how
Yeah.
these white people come from Europe, Spain, huh?
Yeah, from Spain, yeah.
And they make a slave.
Yeah. They put our people in slavery and said, look, you're Hispanic, you're pertaining to us, you're our property. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we say. That's basically what you're saying when you're saying, you know, I'm Hispanic, I mean Espanol, you know, Española, right? Go ahead.
After Columbus named the island containing Haiti and the DR Hispaniola, his brother Bartholomew Columbus founded a settlement called Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo,
That's
right?
the capital.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's the capital. Saint Dominic. It means Saint Dominic.
Oh yeah.
Who is Saint Dominic? A lot of people ain't on the Dominican Republic. Who's Saint Dominic? Oh, no sé. Oh, like, who is that? No lo conozco. I don't know that man, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? Saint Dominic was an Edomite. Was a widow. He's a damn white man. You know, he's a damn white man. So exactly. So that's literally in the Bible, right? That would be called after these different names, right? Give me the book of give me that real quick. In the book of let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28 then. Right, and let's get 1 Kings 9-7 actually. Yeah, you can keep going.
Named after Saint Domenico, founder of the Dominican order, that the origin of the modern,
That's the word.
that's the origin of the modern Dominican Republic.
That's the origin. There you go.
Named after a white man.
Right. Ahí está. I mean, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's common knowledge that, you know, you got a lot of people I know, you go to the Dominican Republic, oh yeah, I know black, yo no soy negro, yo soy dominicano, right? Dominicano. The thing is, but what I'm saying is, we're not black or Dominican, right? We're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We're Israelites. Because all these terms are bywords. You go to the States, yeah, I'm black. I'm not Dominicans. I can't stand Dominicans, right? Yeah, Jake's in America saying I can't stand Dominicans. You got people in Dominican saying I can't stand black people. It's all madness and confusion. You know what I'm saying? Let's read this real quick in 1 Kings 9-7.
This is 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 7.
Bring it out.
Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them.
Right. So now start at verse 6 real quick.
Verse 6. But if ye shall at all turn from following me.
Right. So if ye shall all turn from following me. So what would happen to our people is we stop following the Lord. Right. We stop, you know, doing the commandments. We start keeping the commandments. So that's why if you said, the Lord said, if you stopped from following me, read.
You or your children,
Right.
and will not keep my commandments.
Now what?
And will not keep my commandments.
What happened to our people?
And will not keep my commandments and my statutes which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods.
Serve what?
And serve other gods.
Maria.
And serve other gods.
Jesus Cristo.
And serve other gods.
Now, when I say Jesus Cristo, I mean the white Christ. That's what I mean, right? When I say Maria, Because when you go to a lot of our Hispanic countries, right, like Mexico, you go to you know, Dominican Republic, it doesn't matter. A lot of these Hispanic countries, what do they got up there? They got a whole giant statue of white Christ, right? Whole giant statue of white Christ. Right next to him is you got a white picture of Mary, right? And you got our people worshiping these idols, right? Real quick, hold that. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. That's breaking the first commandment. Y'all know what the first commandment is? Right? Out of all the commandments.
Don't lie to your dad and mom, something like that.
Yeah, that's the, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, that's actually the fifth. That's the fifth, and I think she was saying like the sixth or the seventh. Now we're going to read the first commandment out of all the 10, right? Read.
This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
I'm going to bow down to this idol.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So you see how our people, right, they like to bow down to idols. They like to pray with the rosary. Y'all know the rosary? Yeah, exactly, right? Like to pray with the rosary. You know what I'm saying?
So that's not good.
That's not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's not in the Bible. Exactly. La Biblia, no dice eso.
He's saying it. La Biblia no lo dice. You don't supposed to do that.
No se puede encontrar en la Biblia.
No se encuentra en la Biblia.
Exactamente. Now let's keep reading, right? It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Meaning that you don't put any God before the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You don't put any God before Yahweh Basham Yahweh, right? Meaning you don't worship any gods, right? Go ahead.
Exodus 20 and 4. Right. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Right. No, I'm going to make a statue of Mother Mary.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, right? You can't make a graven image and just put it up there and start bowing down and kissing the feet of this idol. And it's a white man. It's a white woman. It doesn't even look like you. You know what I'm saying? You go to any other country, their God looks like them. You know, you go to India, right? Exactly. You go to India, all their gods look like Indians. You know what I'm saying? You go to any other country, their gods look like them. But when you go to our people, they're worshiping a white Christ. And the statue and the idol, that has nothing to do with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Right? Go ahead.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is under the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For
Thou shalt not what?
thou shalt not bow down to them, nor serve them.
So you can't bow down to these idols. That's why, guess what? When they told the three holy children to bow down to the idol that Nebuchadnezzar had set up in Daniel chapter 3, and they said, nah, we're not going to do that.
Right.
We're not going to bow down. Right? So, and guess what? That's what happened to our people, though, when you study the history. Right? In the 1500s, los conquistadores, right? They came over here to, you know, exactly, right, to the islands. And guess what they did? They made you guys bow down to these idols. That's why you got so many of our people, they're Catholic, right? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. All this stuff of the Catholic Church, the traditions, like Ash Wednesday.
So what's
You know about
the real
that?
one? What's the real one? Christianity?
Oh, no. Christianity is actually a religion, right? Christianity is a religion. But Christianity is different from the Bible, right? Because
My question is, what's the original one?
what's the original religion?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing about religion. Religion is man-made, right? When we look at the Bible for itself, it's just a culture, right? It's just a culture, a cultura, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? A heritage. The Bible doesn't have anything to do with religion. Because guess what? This is the Most High made this, right? Now give me the book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 23.
My bad. Who made it?
The Most High.
Most High, what's it?
El Más Altísimo.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right, so let's go to Sirach, chapter 24, verse 20.
Sirach 24 and 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
What is the Bible?
All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
So all these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God. That's what the Bible is. It had nothing to do with religion, Catholicism. Oh no, I'm a Baptist. right? No, I'm a Methodist. You know what I'm saying? I'm an evangelical, right? No, you got it wrong. I'm a what is it?
Mormon.
Jehovah's Witness.
Seventh-day Adventist.
I'm a Mormon. The Bible has nothing to do with that, right? All these religions out here, the Bible has nothing to do with that.
So all these religions out here, you're telling me just made up? People just made it up?
So yeah, so here's the thing. Here's what happened. All religions nowadays come from one. They come from Catholicism. Because Catholicism is, well, not all the religions, I'm talking about all the branches of Christianity. So they come from Catholicism. Catholicism is what the Dominicans, you know what I'm saying, our people in these Hispanic countries are under right now. Catholicism. Because guess what the Spaniards were? Catholicism.
Catholicism.
Exactly, yeah.
What's that trying to say? Like Catholicismo. Like,
yeah.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? Yeah, that actually goes back to the word universal. It goes back to the Greek word. It's Greek. It means from katholikos, which means universal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Right? Now let's keep going.
This is Sirach 24 and 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God. Even the law,
The what?
even the law,
What is the Bible?
even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage unto the congregation of Jacob.
So the law is an heritage unto us, right? Just like when you go to you look at the Chinese, right? Los Chinos, they have their own heritage, right? They have their own type of clothing to wear. You know what I'm saying? They got their own type of days. For example, my mom's from mi mamá es de Japón, right? So she's from Japan. So she know all about the culture, whatever. She was born and raised there. So guess what? She know all about the culture. They have their own type of food that they eat. They have their own type of language. They have everything, right? They have all their type of clothing to wear and all this other stuff. They even have on certain days like the New Year's. You know what I'm saying? They will worship certain gods. They will participate in certain rituals.
Big drag. They be doing that.
Yeah, but that's China. Yeah, come on. Right. But yeah, no, the elder right though. You know, the Chinese have the Chinese New Year. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese, they literally go to the shrine, the temple, during the New Year's. That's a literal form of worshiping another god, right? Oh, no, they're not here. They're not here on this list, but they're in the Bible though. They're found in the Bible.
So they legit like, they like us?
Nah, I mean, they're not like us at all.
So we're not together basically with them. Like,
No. They're a different nation of people. They're a different nation of people.
But man, it ain't nothing to do with the nation. If you believe in God, that's what you believe in. What I'm saying is basically,
Give me Luke
you
19.
don't gotta be from different. Okay, you don't gotta be from different. What's it called? What you say it again? Different nationality to believe in God. You don't gotta be different nationality to believe in God. So if they believe
Give me
in God,
James chapter 2 and 18. I think 17. No. So come on. Give me James chapter 2 verse 19 real quick. So that's true though. Anybody can believe in God. I'm not going to stop a Moabite from believing in God. If a Moabite tell me, oh, I believe in God, I'm gonna be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, that's, I mean, good news. I mean, what do you want me to do? You want to give you a cookie? Let me give you a cookie?
nah, but I'm saying,
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's the thing. Give me James chapter 2 verse 19.
James 2 and 19. Thou believest that there is one God.
If thou believest that there is one God, what?
Thou doest well.
I do is what?
Thou doest well. The devil.
The what?
The devil.
The devils, right? The demons. Read.
The devils also believe.
What?
They also believe and tremble.
And what?
And tremble.
So it don't matter, right? They believe in God, but basically the Bible's not even for them though. You know what I'm saying? They can believe in the God of the Bible.
Or nothing they can do about it.
Exactly. The Most High didn't choose them. They can believe all they want. They can cleave like Ruth, right?
So why God created them then? what was the whole purpose for them?
Give me the book of Revelation chapter 4, right? Give me Revelation 4, I think, and I want to verse 10, right? Let's get this real quick. This is why everything was created. Give me Revelation 4 and verse 10.
Revelations 4 and 10. The 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, Thou art worthy, O Lord. Thou art what? Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure, for thy what? And for thy pleasure, for thy what? And for thy pleasure, they are and were created.
So that's why the heathen were made. That's why anything was made. It's because of the Most High's pleasure. He wanted that to happen. He wanted to create these other nations, right? But he wanted to choose Israel out of all these nations. That's just his will. You know what I'm saying? And so he does use these other nations to whoop our ass when we're not acting right. That's why he uses them as well. But what he does is, let's say, that's why the so-called white man came to y'all, right? That's why he came to us.
Bring it out.
Right?
What does picture mean? This one. He's holding the baby. Oh, he got killed.
Yeah. All these are like victims of police brutality.
That's right.
Right? And that's just all our people. But when you understand what was being brought out, that's why these other nations are made. They're not made to go ahead and deal with it.
They got their purpose, basically.
Yeah, everything got its purpose. As it says in the book of Sirach, everything is created for its purpose. Right? Give me the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 17. Right? Everything is created for its purpose, but we know that the Most High, he uses these other nations to whoop our ass when we're not acting up.
That's right.
When we acting up.
That's
when we're not keeping his commandments, the Most High said, I'm gonna set the so-called white man on your ass, and you're gonna be speaking Spanish and call yourself a Dominican.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? You're gonna be speaking English and call yourself a black man in America.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta follow these commandments. Because we gotta come back to what the Most High really wants us to do. Because if not, we're gonna stay here just being messed up. You know, you was telling us, you know what I'm saying, how it's just messed up over here, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to Ecclesiastes 3 and 17.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 17. I said in mine heart, God shall judge the righteous.
I shall what?
God shall judge the righteous and the wicked.
And the what?
And the wicked.
What's going to happen, Esau?
And the wicked.
The Most High is going to judge the righteous and the wicked. Go ahead.
For there is a time.
There is a what?
For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work.
So there's a time for every purpose and every work. You see that? It's a time and purpose for everything. So the heathen, they do have their purposes. It's whatever the Most High wants them to do. You know what I'm saying? And they're also made to serve you as well, brother, because you're a king.
That's right.
And every king got servants. Every
right.
king got servants, right? If you're a king, if we kings walking the earth, somebody, right? Somebody got to take care of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, somebody got to kiss your boots, brother.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got, you seen the movies where they kind of fan the king with the big leaves? Somebody got to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so that's why.
I'm a king, you a king.
That's right. That's right. You a king. Hey, that's right. Yeah, we call all each other kings because that's what we are. Let's prove that in the Bible. Give me the book of Exodus 19, right? Exodus 19 verse 5. You said what, brother? Yeah, princesses. Yeah. The reason why we don't say queen is because when you go into that word for queen, it really means prostitute. That's right. It means prostitute. Yeah. Yeah. Give me Exodus 19. You start verse 5.
This is Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Right. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed,
if you will what?
If you will obey my voice indeed.
That's why it's important for us to obey the commandments, right? Listen to the Lord. Why? Because he said what?
And keep my covenant.
And do what?
And keep my covenant. Then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me.
And that's why we're the most special people to ever walk this earth. Right. The Lord said, if you continue with my covenant, you'll be a peculiar treasure unto me. Right? You're going to be special unto me. We're special to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, he looks at us, man, this is my special son. This is my special daughter. right here. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't look at all the other nations like that. He doesn't look at Esau like, he doesn't look at the so-called white man like that. You know what I'm saying? He looks at him like spit, right? Hey, we can get that in the Bible. Give you that on the 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 54.
Just because they think we flank.
Ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
What are the Israelites?
Above all people.
No, everybody's the same.
Above all people.
No, someone's igual.
Above all people.
See that? Not everybody's the same. We're above every nation. You see that? We're above every nation. Right? That's how the Most High views us. And that's how we should view each other. That's why we call ourselves kings. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
What?
A kingdom of priests.
What does the word kingdom mean? Kingdom means, in the English, a domicile of kings. Right? The domicile of kings. What does that mean? Where a king is reigning at. That's what the Lord said. So the Lord said we're a kingdom, meaning kings reigning. Exactly. Right? Exactly. Go ahead.
A kingdom of priests and a holy nation.
What?
And a holy nation.
No, we just niggas.
And a holy nation. And a holy nation.
We're a holy nation. You know what I'm saying? Holy means what? Set apart. We different. Right? We're different for everybody. Exactly. Hey, don't people want to be like us, brother? Don't people want to be like us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, for sure, right? Everybody knows about Dominican. So-called, right? We gotta say so-called now, right? So-called, right? Llamado Dominicanos, right? So-called, right? Because we're not really Dominican. What are we, brother? Simeon. Exactly, brother. So you want to start calling yourself that? Simeon. Hey, rep that like how you rep Dominican.
That's right.
Rep that how. Yeah, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Hey, exactly, brother. Hey, all praises, yeah. You want to rep that like how you know you was repping Dominican before.
Last time when you teach me that, never forget about that word.
Come, all praises to the Most High, all praises. Come, go ahead.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Unto who?
Unto the children of Israel.
Everybody.
Unto the children of
The
Israel.
Lord, He only speaks to us, brother. He only speaks to the children of Israel. You see that? So we're a kingdom of priests. That's what we are. We're kings. All right. So give me 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 54. Let's see like the other nations.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Right. So everybody comes from Adam, right? You know, Adam, right? Adam and Eve, right? Everybody basically, comes from Adam. Go ahead.
Of him come we all.
He was the first one, right? He was the first human.
No, actually, he wasn't the first one though. There was people before him, and there was people around when he was living. There was other people beside Eve.
So what they make in the Bible, Genesis.
Yeah.
They tell you the story from the beginning, basically, how God created everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But they explain how Adam and Eve was the first people, basically, being like, what's it called, paradise, where they was at?
Eden.
No, was the only ones, or it was more people around?
There was more people around.
Oh, I never
because. Okay, well, before we go there, I want to show you that real quick in the Bible. But I want to finish this first, right? Let's finish this. So let's just keep going. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
All come from Adam, everybody, right?
And the,
Adam and Eva? Adam and Eve.
and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Right. And also the people whom thou hast chosen, meaning everybody comes from Adam. All these people, Chinese, Japanese, white people, whatever, right? They all come from Adam, and also the people who the Lord chose as well, right? They chose him. Right, go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Right, so the Lord said that He made the world for our sakes. So the reason why this world was made is because it's for the Israelites. That's why he made the world. It's for us, brother. And this world really belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? It really belongs to you. But what? Since we broke the commandments, now if you want to go to America, you got to get your what? Your green card. You know what I'm saying? No. If you got your passport, you can't come over here. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's effed up, right? But the so-called white man, what business do you even have coming over here? You know what I'm saying? The earth really belongs to us. You should be able to go freely wherever you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to check in with nobody.
That's right.
Right? Hey, I'm an Israelite. That's what you tell. I'm an Israelite. That's right. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? That's why we got to come back to the commandments, brother. Go ahead.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
That they are nothing.
They are what?
That they are nothing.
What the Lord say?
That they are nothing.
So the Lord said that the other nations, the heathen, they're nothing. They're nothing. Right? Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
Be like unto what?
But be like unto spittle.
Be like unto spittle. What is spittle? It's scoopio like. How do you say? Yeah, spit. Exactly. Right? Yeah, aloof. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The one that you know, you can shoot about 12 feet far. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how the Lord looks at these other nations, brother. You know what I'm saying? While he looks at you, he sees a king. But he looks at the Chinese man, he sees spit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them as a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right, so if you carrying a whole bucket of water, mind you, it's a whole bucket of water, right? And you might spill a certain drop, it might fall to the ground. Are you worried about that drop? No, you're not worried about that drop at all. You're like, that's nothing. That's whatever, bro. That's whatever. I got this whole bucket of water. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High looks at these other nations. They like that drop. Like, I don't care about that. Exactly. Go ahead.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, These heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
So, and that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Because we don't want to listen to the Most High. Most High say, okay, you don't want to listen to me? I'm going to take you from your highest state, right, to be down low. And all these heathen, they're going to be high up where you're supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense? So that's exactly why we around here today, just trying to survive. Because we're not hearkening onto the voice of the Lord. We're not listening to the commandments, brother. Right? That's why we got to come back to this. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, right? Give me Oh yeah. Talking about Adam. So we're going to show you real quick. Give me Genesis 1 and verse 26 first. Give me Genesis 1 and verse 26, and then give me Genesis chapter 3 and 24. Slocky. Go up real quick. Genesis 3 and no, Slocky. Genesis chapter 4. Genesis 4. Go down real quick. Give me Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Right? Oh, Genesis 4 verse 17. But give me this real quick. So the creation of man is actually in Genesis chapter 1. Right? Now you only read about Adam. The first time you read about Adam is in Genesis chapter 2. Right? That's the next verse. Right? I mean, it's like that's the next chapter. So we're going to go to Genesis chapter 1. We're going to see if there were men before Adam. Right? Give me Genesis 1 verse 26.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1:26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
Right, exactly. So that's when the Most High created every person, right? Or not every person, but people, men and women, in Genesis chapter 1. So there were already men and women before Adam. You know what I'm saying? Adam and Eve wasn't just the first people to be created.
So what they was so special then?
Why were they so special?
If they're going to fall for the apple.
Oh, give me Genesis chapter 2, verse
It makes
6.
sense, because if God picked them as the chosen one, why they going to do the wrong thing when God told them to not grab something from that fruit?
Well, that's a good question. The reason is because the Most High ultimately wanted that to happen. He wanted that to happen. He wanted them. Yeah, he wanted them to happen. Because why would he? Give me 2nd Ezra chapter. Well, this brother, he kind of going pretty deep in it. He want the deep things. He want the meat, brother. Hey, brother, you know that's good. You want to, that's good. You ask questions. You a thinker. That's good. You a thinker. But the thing is, we can break this down to you, but we don't want to get too deep to where it discourages you. You know what I'm saying? But give me Genesis chapter 2, verse 6.
All right, this is the book of Genesis.
Start verse 7.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Right, so that's the more in-depth breakdown of Genesis chapter 1 when it goes into the creation of man and women. Right? The Lord said he gave man, right, the breath of life. What is that breath of life? That spirit of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? So he gave unto Adam, right, that spirit of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So that's why he was special. That's why he was talked about in Genesis chapter 2, right? But give me the book of Genesis chapter 3. I just want to prove to you that there was other people upon the earth. Give me Genesis 3 and 17, I think it was, right? No, 4. It was 4. Yeah, 7.
This is Genesis 4 and 17.
Okay, so remember, who are the children of Adam and Eve? Who are the children of Adam and Eve?
Caín y Abel.
Yeah, exactly. Brother, say this.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived.
So Cain had a wife.
Caín.
Yeah, exactly. Cain had a wife. Who was his wife? Because if Adam and Eve were the only two people upon the earth, right? And then he had Abel, right? And Cain, there was more people. Well, Cain was going to get with his mom. Cain was getting with Eve. No, that's just crazy, right? He's not going to get with his mom. That's just bad. So Cain, it said what? And Cain what?
And Cain knew his wife.
What?
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived.
And she had a son, right? She conceived. They had a child. So this was the other woman. We don't read about this other woman, right? We don't know her name or nothing, right? Yeah, it just shows you that there was other people upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? Okay, God, all praises. Now, real quick. Oh, you said what?
No, I was just gonna say, like he said, it was other people on the earth. It's just the focus was on Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what the Most High wanted to focus on.
Yeah. Give me
So
second.
my question, I got another question for you. Go on. So if you say, you know what I'm saying? Like basically they wasn't acting like family. It looked like in the story that they wasn't acting like family. So if Adam and Eve is the only our fathers that the first ones, how the other one was there? You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't look like it was her son or her daughter, Adam and Eve. It didn't look like those people wasn't like their son. It was just like random people. You know what I'm saying?
You understand the question?
You
Basically what I'm saying is like, since it was people there, you know what I'm saying, just growing as they are, basically they wasn't the first human and we ain't came from them because it was more people. You know what I'm saying?
So basically he's trying to say that we didn't come up from Eve and Adam.
Yeah.
Because if it was more people around,
you don't really know
the first one.
You don't really don't know the story.
Well, here's how we know that we come from Adam, though. Because Adam is actually the chosen line. He's the chosen seed. He's the chosen man. That's the reason why we read about Adam. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and verse 1. We all come from Adam, right? We all come from Adam. The reason why is because, remember, what happened in the Bible? What happened in the Bible? There was a what? There was a what? Flood, right? There was a flood. Exactly.
But that Abraham was the second one.
No.
We came from Abraham after that.
Before Abraham, though. Before Abraham.
Yeah, that was before.
Who survived the flood? Who survived the flood?
Creo que fue
Moisés,
¿no fue?
Nah, something like that. Nah. Noé.
Exactly. Noah, right? In the English. So Noah, he survived the flood.
His family.
And where does Noah come from?
From Adam?
From Adam. So that's how we all come from Adam. That makes sense? Because remember, after the flood, only 8 people lived.
Yeah.
It says
So
in the
said
Bible,
the
only.
sons, the wife of the sons.
Yeah, exactly. Noah, his wife,
So basically, Abraham was the new ascendant, basically, the new seed, basically, for us, for the new people, because most likely Noah, you know what I'm saying, was it like the new
Genesis
seed?
10.
Because after the flood,
yeah.
basically after the
Yeah,
flood,
Genesis
most
chapter
likely
10.
everybody
It's the
died.
continuation.
He was the continuation of the bloodline. That's how it was continuing, because they were the only 8 people saved. Everybody else got killed. So that was the bloodline being preserved to keep going down. That's the reason why in the scriptures you have the lineage, where it shows you how the father and then the son and then the son going down.
Genesis 10 and 1.
This is Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood.
Right, so that's how we know. Everybody comes from Noah, right? Because remember, Noah, he's a direct descendant of Adam, right? Give me second. Give me.
I like that. So why God make the flow for it?
Because there was men, they were sleeping, men and women, and they was doing for the kids too. They was
Yeah.
abusing the kids.
That's
so
true.
that's
That's true.
Wickedness.
Yeah, give me Genesis 6.
Yeah, it's pure,
Genesis 6 and 4.
pure wickedness.
Yeah, pure wickedness. I mean, it's basically what's going on right now. Give me 1 Peter chapter 3. Right, give me 1 Peter 3 and verse 20. Give me 1 Peter 3 and 21 first.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 21. The like figure whereunto even baptism doeth also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience towards God.
Right, so read verse 21.
Verse 20, which sometimes we were disobedient.
Which what?
Which sometimes we were disobedient.
Which sometimes we're disobedient, go ahead.
When once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was being while the ark was a preparing, wherein few, that is 8 souls, were saved by water.
Only 8 people. Only 8 people were saved by water. So here's the thing. The reason why the flood came was because, as it says, Peter's saying, they were disobedient. You know what I'm saying? They were disobedient. They were not listening. You know what I'm saying? They weren't what? It always goes back to that. Not keeping the what? The commandments. Right?
They said that happened because supposedly it was angels and giants that had sex with women. And that's how other demons were created.
Now that's half right there.
That's
what happened. That's why God
Genesis
created
6.
Wake him up!
Genesis 6 and 1.
Come on!
That's it.
All right, this is
Brother, how you brothers get so deep, man? How you brothers get so deep?
That's because we want to know the real truth.
Hey, that's good though. That's good though. You know, you want to, seek the truth. Hey, that's all good. Hey, Northern Kingdom get deep too, man. Hey, you Jakes want to get deep. Hey, Northern Kingdom, hey, you got some competition, man.
That's right!
Oh, God. All right, this is Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Right, so who are the sons of God in this verse? Right? Who's the sons of God in this verse, brother? Who do you think?
Say that again, please.
It said that,
for me.
well, basically it's saying that the sons of God, they saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, meaning they were beautiful, right? And they started sleeping with them. So who are these sons of God?
the big ones.
You said giants?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. These sons of God are just talking about the men that come from the lineage of Abraham. Of Adam. Of Adam, Seth, Methuselah, right? Lamech, if I'm not mistaken, right? And the righteous Enoch. You know what I'm saying? So there was give me Luke 3. Give me Luke. Hold that. Give me Luke chapter 3. I think I want verse 23. Right? What's going on, brother? You believe in the Bible?
I believe in the higher power, yeah.
You believe in the higher power? Okay. Okay. All praises. All praises. So right now we just going into Genesis. All right, we just going into Genesis right here in the spirit. Give me Luke 3. I think I went 23. Right. So we're gonna see who these sons of God are, because. Okay, come on, all praises.
All right, this is Luke.
So 23. Luke 3 and verse 23.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse
3 verse 38.
Verse 38.
You start verse 37.
Verse 37. Which was the son of Methuselah.
Right. So it's going down the genealogy, right? The lineage. Right. Go ahead.
Which was the son of Noah.
Right. Which the son of Noah. Go ahead.
Which was the son of Jared. Which was the son of. What was that?
You say it as best as you can.
Micaiah.
Yeah.
Which was the son of Cain. Which was the son of Enos.
Which is Enoch. Right. Go ahead.
Which was the son of Seth. Which was the son of Adam.
Which was the son of who?
Which was the son of Adam. Which was the son of God.
What is Adam?
Which was the son of God.
Right. So we see that anybody that comes from that line, right? Abraham. Oh, it's like it. I keep saying Abraham. Adam. Right. Seth. Methuselah. Enoch. Go ahead. Right. So all these men that come from there will be the sons of God, because Adam was called the son of God. Right. So that's who the sons of God are in Genesis chapter 6. When it says the sons of God. Right? Yeah, give me that real quick in Psalm chapter 82, right, verse 6. Right? Because you see yourself in the sign, brother? You see yourself in the sign?
Honestly, I have questions for that song.
Okay, what's your question?
How do you know who's on, like, how do you know who's on that sign relates to that tribe?
Well, simple, through
Like it's
through
possible.
okay, so through history, archaeology, and prophecy. That's essentially how we come to these conclusions of who is who on the chart, right? For the 12 tribe chart. Now this chart is not is really exclusive to this part of the world that we live in, right? So these are not indefinites, right? These are not indefinites. It's not indefinite that everybody that identifies as a so-called African American comes from the tribe of Judah. It's not definite, right? But these are generalizations for who is who today.
That's hard to understand because through history has been a lot of rape. It's
Romans 8:6.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
Declared their what?
They declared their pedigree.
So your pedigree. What's your pedigree? Your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the what?
By the house of their fathers.
Right? By the house of your father. What does that mean? By the race of your father. You know? So that's how you identify who you are. So even if there's been some type of mixing and mingling in, and I'm 5% French and 6% German, and I'm 7%, that doesn't make any sense to the Most High. That's just confusing. No. Everybody, we may not know, and this and the third. Well, yeah. I mean, if the Spirit bear witness, if you can keep these commandments and this Bible makes sense to you, guess what? You're Israelite. You're Israelite. You know what I'm saying? If this Bible makes sense and you have the incentive, the drive to keep God's commandments and to follow hard after the Most High, guess what? You're Israelite.
So the Gentiles,
you know what I'm saying?
So that means that by that definition, the Gentiles and the heathens can be saved too?
No. Only Israelites can be saved. Only Israelites can be saved.
What you just said, you keep the commandments and you are an Israelite. So by that definition, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but it's like you gotta understand, bro. The life, bro. The story changed. The timeline changed, bro. It just depends on what you do, your decision, your
I'm not arguing. I'm just having that conversation.
Nah, I'm just saying. But I'm just telling you. I just have
the curses as well.
That's the DNA.
Yeah, the curses as well. Exactly. Now give me Matthew 13:37.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 37.
Right.
He answered and said unto them,
Right.
He that sows the good seed is the Son of Man.
Go ahead.
The field is the world.
Go ahead.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom,
Right.
but the tares are the children of the wicked one.
But the tares are the what?
Are the children of the wicked one.
Right, so the tares. So you have the good seed, right? You got Israelites that are Israelites by nationality, bloodline. They're not tainted, right? Hey, Israelite indeed, as Christ will say. But you also have what? Tares. Because when you look at a wheat and you look at tares, they look totally identical. It's hard to tell them apart, right? Yeah, exactly. So this is the parable of the wheat and tares. Christ is saying, well, you know, you got the wheat, which are the actual, the real Israelites, but you got the tares that look like Israelites, but they're not really Israelites. You know what I'm saying? But they're the seed of the wicked one. So ultimately, that's going to be revealed when the Lord comes back. If a brother is actually a Moabite, guess what? I mean, he a Moabite. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be revealed. Right? Give me Luke chapter 12, verse 2. It's going to be, I mean, everything's going to be revealed.
This is a little controversial. Because what if someone's like, they feel like their spirit is in connection with what you're saying, and when it's time for it to be revealed, it's actually not. Like,
I mean, they're just going to have to deal with it. They're just going to have to deal with it.
I feel like it's more room for interpretation.
This is Luke 12 and 2. For there is nothing covered.
There is what?
For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Right. So there's nothing covered that's going to be hid. There's nothing that's not going to be. There's nothing that's secret that's not going to be revealed. So everything's going to be revealed in due time. Yeah, precept.
I got a precept for what you were saying about, like, it seemed kind of like it was a contradiction. This is what God says. He says, this is 1 John 2 and 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments, what he commanded us to do. Verse 4, he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Right. So if you don't keep those commandments, but you saying, oh, I feel like I know him a little bit, and I want to, you know.
That has nothing to do with history and the science behind what I was saying. That's all I'm saying.
Come on.
This precept right here, though.
That's nothing to do with me keeping the commandments.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations.
The Lord say.
All nations.
The Lord say.
All nations. And he shall separate them.
He shall what?
And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd dividing his sheep from the goats.
So he's going to have to divide the sheep from the goats. Give me John 10 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Right? Come on. He going to separate them.
It was actually more.
If you
Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
Right, so the sheep who are the real Israelites, they're going to inherit the kingdom of God. Go ahead.
For I was hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and he took me in. Naked, and he clothed me. I was sick, and ye visit me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me.
Right, and that's going into how we know that these sheep are really talking about Israelites.
Bring it out.
Right, but give me John 10 verse 27.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27. My sheep hear my voice.
The Lord said,
My sheep hear my voice.
And I know them.
I what?
And I know them. And they follow me.
And they follow me. So if you're an Israelite, you hear this truth, guess what? Your spirit going to bear witness.
Bring it out.
I mean, there's no heathen that's going to follow hard after the Lord, man. You don't see that. Show me a heathen following hard after the Lord in the Bible, man. Following hard like Peter. Following hard like Andrew.
What's that girl?
These are all Israelites.
What's that girl that Jesus
Ruth.
called a dog?
The Canaanite.
She fell to his feet because actually the scriptures talk about how the other nations will have to cling on us and blah blah and stuff like that. So that's one example.
I mean, she's cleaving, right? She's cleaving. But what I'm saying, but you can't really, yeah, but I'm saying like you can't really compare that to an Israelite, right? The zeal of an Israelite. Because she's a Canaanite.
Yeah. Well, that has nothing to do with how her spirit bear witness to what she said. She knew that was the son of
Her spirit can't bear witness with anything. Her spirit.
Why did she go to him?
Well, here's the thing. She's a Canaanite by ethnicity. When we read in Romans chapter 8, verse 16, it says, our spirit bear witness, right? Or the spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the son, we are the children of God, that we're the sons of God, right? She will never be a child of God. She's a Canaanite, right? No, but what I'm saying is you can't apply that scripture with her spirit bearing witness. Her spirit doesn't bear witness with nothing. She's just acknowledging that he's the son of David, that he's the son of God, that he's Yahushua. That doesn't mean anything. If she's a Canaanite, it doesn't mean anything.
No, the point I was trying to make is that her being a Canaanite, sure, she having that much faith in the Most High God, Jesus Christ, so-called. I'm not gonna say Jesus because that's a new letter. But the point I'm trying to make is she came to them. There's a lot of freaking Israelites back in that time who didn't bear witness, and actually they crucified him. So that's a clear example of how.
But what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
You just asked me a question in regards to how another nation can't bear witness.
So if the Pope was to walk by right now, would you recognize who he is? Even though you don't practice Catholicism, you would know who he is, right?
Yeah.
So just like she knew who Jesus
He
was.
wasn't famous at that time, though.
Who was it?
Give me John 12 verse 19. Give me John 12 19.
Salakia, real quick. It's real quick.
Not true.
I mean, going back to my brothers.
Because Jesus at that time was speaking to his people. She must have overheard these miracles off of word of mouth and came seeking him because she wanted him to help her. So it's not like he was like a celebrity at the time.
No, he was though. He was a celebrity. No, we're going to prove that to you. Hold on. You say he wasn't famous. We got to show you that in the Bible though. Hold on, real quick.
Was that 12?
Yeah, 12 and 19.
All right, this is 12 of Matthew chapter 12, verse 19.
John 12 19.
Yeah, John 12, verse 19.
No.
John,
Yeah, you got to be in John. Come on.
Salakia, one thing I wanted to say was that she accepted her position as a dog.
Exactly. She said she was a dog.
She said she was a dog.
She said she was a dog.
It's just because she believed. She had faith.
Right. She had faith, but that doesn't mean she kept the commandments. I know, that's right. Doesn't mean she kept the commandments. She's following hard at the Lord. She's following it. You don't read about the Canaanite woman outside of Matthew 15.
She just wanted her daughter healed.
I know, that's all she wanted. So give me a
more faith than most of his
No, you can't say that, brother.
It said it in scripture. I'm not saying that.
No, it did not say that. Give me John 12 19. We're going to get that count.
All right, this is the book of John, chapter 12, verse 19.
This brother said Jesus wasn't famous, so let's read that in the Bible.
Bring it out.
The Pharisees therefore said among themselves, perceive ye how you prevail nothing.
Man, you don't prevail anything. Go ahead.
Behold, the world is gone after him.
What the Lord said?
Behold,
The world is gone after him.
What was it saying about Christ?
Behold, the world is gone after him.
The world was going after him. You see that? That's how many people was following Christ. He was famous. Give me the book of Mark.
Was that after the Canaanite situation or
Mark chapter
before?
1 and verse 27.
12. I was 15.
Give me Mark 1 and verse. This is during the latter part of his life as well. Because in verse 13, chapter 13, that talks about when he's eating Passover. All right. So give me Mark chapter 1.
Salakia. And John got that account, right?
Yeah.
John got put to death when Christ was alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Give
So,
me Mark 1 and
no, Christ was alive when John got beheaded.
Oh, John the Baptist.
Yeah, he's the one that gave that scripture.
He got decapitated.
Right. Let's see. Oh yeah, give me verse 32.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 1, 32. And at eve, when the sun did set, they brought unto him all that were diseased, and them that were possessed with devils. And all the city was gathered together.
And all the what?
And all the city was gathered together.
Read that again.
And all the city was gathered together at the door.
At the what?
At the door.
So that's how many people, even in Mark the first chapter. This is Mark the first chapter. All the city that he was in was gathered at the door.
That's right.
The whole city. So you can't say that you wasn't famous, brother. You can't say that.
Israel, though?
They were all Israelites.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he wasn't famous among us. I was saying he wasn't very famous among other nations.
Other nations, no.
That's what I was saying.
You still was famous.
So then how did the woman in Tyre and Zidon, the Canaanite woman, know about Christ?
From their point of view, they probably heard some rumors or something like that. She was desperate. She was seeking for her faith.
Exactly. She just wanted to use it.
That's not. That's not true.
Like how they always do.
So we got the account. This is Matthew 15 and 24.
Right.
Oh no, I'm starting 21.
Hey, we can show you how Christ was. If you really want to know, we can show you how Christ was.
This is Matthew 15 and 24. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word.
Nah, Christ's not like that, man.
But he answered her not a word.
Oh, man, Christ loves everybody, man.
But he answered her not a word.
He ignored her. Right? He ignored that dog.
Bring it on! And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away.
Wait, what is Peter saying?
Send her away.
Wait, no, not man. Andrew not saying that.
Send her away.
Right? So you think that the apostles and the disciples of the Lord were some nice men? No, they wasn't nice, man. They said, send her away.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
For she crieth after us.
She's crying. Look at these doggy tears over here. She's crying. Send her away, man. Get out of here.
But he answered and said, I am not sent.
I am what?
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of
I'm
Israel.
only sent to my people. That's why I'm here. I'm only sent to my people. Go ahead.
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet.
It is not what?
It is not meet.
It is not what?
It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs.
Right. So she's like, so the Most High, it's like Yahweh Shai, you're like, look, it's not even okay. It's not good. It's not right to give the children's bread and to cast it to a dog. It's not. So as we're reading here, Christ is denying her like 3 times in this whole chapter. He's denying her. He's like, get away from me, man. Did you not hear what I said? Right? You said what? Okay, so let's keep reading.
But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. And she said, Truth, Lord.
She said what?
Truth, Lord.
No, she said, nah, I'm not a dog.
Right.
Truth, Lord. Yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from the master's table.
She said, just give me a crumb. And the healing of her daughter, it wasn't even him healing her, it was her daughter. Right? So him healing her daughter was a crumb. It wasn't the bread, it wasn't a loaf. You can't equate a loaf of bread to a crumb.
That's right.
Okay, so she had faith, so what? So what?
Anybody can say
That's
they got
not-
faith. You gotta really believe that. Anybody can say
Exactly, faith without works, exactly. And also, bring out James chapter 2 again. Give me James chapter 2 and verse 19. It doesn't matter. If you're a devil and you believe in Christ, that doesn't matter.
But why did he do it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If he acknowledged that she exists and this, that, and the third, why would the Most High have pity on her and have mercy, show mercy on her? After all that scripture that you just said.
Like I said, if Christ wanted to give her a crumb, he gave her a crumb. That's up to him.
All right.
That's up to him.
That's still compassion.
Okay, that's a small amount of compassion, yes. Not saying that the Most High is not going to have any. That's not the point of contention. We're not saying that the Most High. We're not. I'm saying that. I'm saying that the Most High is not going. I'm not saying that the Most High is not going to have compassion on these heathen, because he is. He's going to have a form of compassion. But it's nothing like the children of Israel. That's all we're saying. The children of Israel get the bread, they get the crumbs. If you agree with that, we have no problem with you, brother. Now give me what I call it. Give me
James chapter 2, 19. Right? Thou believe that there is one God.
If thou believe that there is one God, read.
Thou do well.
Right, thou do as well.
Go ahead.
The devils also believe.
What the Lord say?
The devils also believe
Read.
and tremble.
So the devils also believe. So they got faith too. Demons got faith too. It doesn't matter. They're still demons. So-called white man can believe in God all he wants. It doesn't matter.
I don't equate belief in the faith.
The demons know
Belief
it's
is not
wrong,
faith.
bro.
I don't equate that to faith.
demons
I
know
thought faith
they
is works.
wrong God,
Faith
bro.
without work, because faith without works is dead. Belief is just saying I acknowledge that what it is true.
No, it's saying that the devils really believe in the Most High.
They're not stupid. Of course they know.
They have faith. Belief and faith is the same thing. Give me the book of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. You can't. Belief and faith is the same thing, brother. What are you talking? How can you have faith without believing? You see that? It's the same thing. Give me Hebrews 11 and 1.
Confounded. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. So here's the thing. That's what faith is. The evidence of things hoped for, right? Or it's like it says the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That is believing, right? I believe that the Lord is going to come back. Have I seen it? No, I haven't seen it.
But you got faith.
But I got faith. Because I what? Believe. It's the same thing. You can't say it's two different things. Okay, exactly. What works did she have?
God.
Exactly. Exactly. So her faith is none and void. Her faith is none and That's all she had. That's all she had. That's all the heathen can do. That's all the heathen can do. They can't show no works. The law wasn't given to them. Right? Give me yeah, come on, bring this.
This is James 2 and 26. For as the body without spirit is dead, so faith without works.
What the Lord say?
Faith without works is dead also.
So faith without works is dead also. All right, these heathen can't show forth no works except begging at the feet of the Israelites. That's all they can do, right? Begging at the feet of the Israelites. Well, what can the Israelite do to show his faith? Keep the commandments. Grow his beard out, right? You know, wear fringes. You know what I'm saying? Keep the Sabbath day. And that leads us to the next question, brother. You keep the commandments, man. We talking about you talking about Matthew 15 and this and the third, and was Christ popular? What's the meat and potatoes, man? The meat and potatoes is you got to keep the commandments,
The meat
brother.
and potatoes is trying to identify for right now. We're trying to identify if this is congruent. As
Okay,
right
well,
now.
we can talk about this all we want.
That's the reason why I came over. I really want to understand
We
how
can-
can we track this group. I want to do my research at home and figure out exactly where we come from. 'Cause I feel like the problem with our people is we don't know where we come from. We don't know how to prove it. I think that's the most important thing for me.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is important. This is important. Whoever you think the Israelites may be, whoever you think we are, that's cool. The thing is, do you believe in the Bible? That's the meat and potatoes. You believe in the commandments. So you believe that you have to keep them.
Yes, I don't have fridges on right now. I have them in my house. I just got the roast beer on that. But
Okay,
one
so
of
you have fringes at your house.
Yes, I do.
Purple or blue?
Yes.
Okay, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. So you already got your fringes? So brother, you should be out here with your fringes. All right? You should be out here with your fringes. Now, okay, well, that is. Now, give me Ecclesiastes 12:13.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
What?
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Yeah, come. You talking about Simeon? Come, yep. Yeah. This brother, he weird. So brother, you had any more questions?
I want to know everything.
You want to know everything?
I want to know everything that I can learn today.
Okay, all praises. Yeah, that's right, brother, that's right. Give me Matthew 5 verse 11. This brother, all right, I want you to sit back and listen now, because Matthew 5:11.
My brother. I wasn't over here trying to attack nothing. I'm over here just iron sharpens iron. We're supposed to help each other out. I ain't attacking you.
No, we're not. I know you're not attacking us. I'm just saying. Fine. Watch, Mister.
All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 8.
Yes.
Verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
What the Lord said? Read that again.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
Right, so the Lord said you're gonna be filled. All right, if you thirsted after this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're gonna be filled, man. Yeah, give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28:15. But it shall come to pass.
So you know about the history of Moses, right? You know about Moses? Yeah. Okay, so we're reading about Moses right here. All right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Wait, so you believe in God too? Okay, so what's your nationality? You're African American? Okay, so you see yourself in the sign, right? Okay, so you'll be from what? The tribe of Judah. All right, you be from the tribe of Judah. So you know about Moses too, right? Okay, so Moses, he brought what people out of Egypt? Israel. Yeah, exactly. Because that's his people, right? Give me hold that. Give me Exodus 3:10. All right, we're gonna show you that real quick. Who is the Lord's people? Who's Moses' people? Right? Israel, right? Let's read that real quick.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel.
Everybody.
The children of Israel out of Egypt.
Always the children of Israel. So that's who the Lord's people were. Right? You understand? Who created God? Brother, why you ask the most deepest, darkest questions?
I want to know if y'all just say y'all read the Bible.
But here's the thing, brother.
You probably can say like how he got created or something. Give me something that I can.
The Most High, but here's the thing though. The Most High, El Masatismo, there's nobody higher than him, so he wasn't created.
That's right. How he become in real life then?
Nobody. Give me Ecclesiastes 7. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:24.
This is the thing. Nobody knows how to answer that question. That's
Because give me.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 24. That which is far off and exceedingly deep.
What is trying to think where the Most High comes from?
That which is far off.
That's a far off. Go ahead.
And exceedingly deep.
Is what?
Exceedingly deep. Who can find it out?
Who can what?
Who can find it out?
Who can find that out, brother? Nobody can find that out. You know what I'm saying? It's too deep. It's too deep. All right. So before we start to think about where the Most High come from, and he had a Most High, right? And that Most High had a Most High. That make any sense, right?
I just got a question.
This is Romans chapter 11:33. It says, "Oh, the depths of the riches, both for the wisdom and knowledge of God, how unsearchable are his judgments."
How
unsearchable are his judgments.
So you can't search him out, brother.
And his ways past finding out.
And his what?
And his ways past finding out.
Past finding out. You can't understand it. Go ahead.
For who has known the mind of the Lord?
Who has what?
For who has known the mind of the Lord?
Nobody knows the mind of the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
Or who has first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again. For of him, and through him, and to him, all things are all things. To whom be glory forever. Amen.
So go back to Deuteronomy 28. So before we go on that, brother, all right, we want to just deal with this, right?
Stay on the road.
Right, stay on the path, right? So Deuteronomy 28. This is Moses, okay? This is Moses speaking to who? Israel, okay? What's your name, sister?
Okay, I want you to start to.
Waverly? Okay, so we about to read, all right? We about to read. And what's your name, brother, again? Nelson? Okay, Nelson. Okay.
Angel is my second name.
You said Angel. Okay. Con. Angel. Right, vessel. Now, yeah, con. So Deuteronomy 28. So we about to read right now. Right, we about to read right now about Moses speaking to his people. Now, give me verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? You hear that, sister? Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad, right? So the Lord is saying that if you don't keep the commandments, you're going to be cursed, right? In the Spanish, say maldiciones, right? Those are bad things, right? Yeah. Exactly. Now go ahead, verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shall thy be in the city, and cursed shall thy be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. So you go to any city, who's always living in the bad parts of the city? Exactly, us, right? Our people, so-called blacks and browns, so forth, right? When you go to any city, who's always getting harassed in the city? Right? Shot in the city? Us. Being robbed, it's always our people. Right? So the Lord is saying that. Cursed shall thou be in the city. Go ahead. And cursed shall thou be in the what?
And cursed shall thy be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Who is picking cotton from sun up to sun up? Every day.
Come on, brother.
No, I said who is picking the cotton?
Oh, okay.
Who is doing it? Having it, in the fields, 100-degree weather.
Oh, yeah, true.
That was us doing it. So-called blacks and browns, right? Sister, am I lying on that? Am I lying on that?
No.
Exactly, right? That's happened to our people, right? There was slavery on the island of Hispaniola, right? There was slavery on there. There was slavery all throughout the Americas. Caused by who? Who put us in slavery?
White people.
White people, right? Isn't that true?
Because they was being racist and treating us differently, huh? Or it was because of...
Well, it's actually because, remember, we was what?
Oh, son of God.
We're sons of God. We're not listening to what God is telling us to do,
No,
right? 'Cause you had a
I'm
father
good right
at
now. I'm
your
good.
home, right? You had a father? Okay, so if you was messing up and you was being a bad kid, what would your father do? Your father will whoop you, right? Same thing with the Most High. The Most High, he's going to whoop you if you're not listening to him, right? Yeah, I mean, you can hold that though, but give me Deuteronomy 28. Give me verse 45.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
So thou be what?
Till thou be destroyed.
See, our people are destroyed. You see that? Our people are destroyed. They're walking around, their pants sagging to their ankles. Hey, who else does that, man? You know what I'm saying? You don't see Chinese people from China. They come from China, right? They come from China and they're having the pants to sag down all the way to the ankles. If they did that, guess what? They gonna get their ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Right? And the Chinese people will put his ass away, man, because that's a shame to the Chinese people, right? But guess what? Our people do it all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. Why is that? It's because we're not listening to what the Most High is saying. We're not keeping the commandments.
That's people who be blind still, though. People who still blind, because if they know that, they really pick up their pants, bro. And they don't be, because honestly, that's looking bad, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Keep reading, King.
Because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded.
Go ahead.
Verse 46.
Right.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever.
Right, so these curses are for a sign and for a wonder. These curses are for you to read and to realize, okay, what people on the earth are going through these same things that the Lord is telling them that they're going to go through, right? When you read these accounts, when it says cursed shall thou be in the field, cursed shall thou be in the city, right? When you see these things, it's like, okay, that's only happened to the so-called blacks and Hispanics, right? That's it. It's not happening to anybody else, right? Keep reading, King.
Verse 47. Because thou serve not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Thou shalt serve who?
Thou serve thy enemies which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
So if you are hungry, si tiene hambre, right? Where are you going to go to? You got to go to the store, right? You got to go to the store, like Walmart. You go to Walmart, what store you got to go to? Safeway? 7-Eleven, right? And you hungry, you're going to go anywhere, right? So all these stores are owned by who? Exactly. By white people, by people that are not us, right? You go to the 7-Eleven, it's owned by a damn Indian, right? From India. You know what I'm saying? It's not owned by our people, man.
Why they go this business and people who's the owners from different countries and stuff
Yeah,
like
exactly. Give me a 43 or 44, yeah.
This the book, because this what you saying is part of the curses.
Yeah, exactly.
43, 28, 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So the Lord said that the stranger that is within thee, who is the stranger? The stranger is talking about the other nations, the Chinese, the whites, etc. Right? The Lord said that the stranger that is amongst you, read.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up very high.
Shall what?
Shall get up very high.
Shall get up very high. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
So that's why. The reason why we're not that's the reason why they're up here and we're down here is because the Lord switched those tables. Because again, like I said, the Lord said, look, oh, you don't want to listen to me? All right, I'm gonna take these people, right, that's supposed to be below you, right? Because guess what? If you have a dog, right? I don't know if you have a dog. Yeah, you got a dog? Okay. All right, so you had one before, right? Would you let your dog sleep with you in the bed and, you know what I'm saying, he using your toilet and all this other stuff, and he not in the kitchen cooking nothing, man? You know what I'm saying? He not at the table sitting. And he in the backpack. If you had a back, you'll put him in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? He belong outside, man. I mean, you know, put him outside. You know what I'm saying? He not equal to you. That's what I'm trying to say. He not equal to you, right? He below you, right? So the reason why, so the Most High is like, look, I'm gonna take these people that I see as dogs, and I'm gonna set them over. I'm gonna set them above me. That's why they can come over here. You know what I'm saying? They can set up a business. They came from India, man. They came right from India. They can set up a business. And this thriving and all this other stuff.
They got hotels around here, man.
Hotels, everything, man. They get to live in these apartments, man. It costs hella to live over here, man.
They got whole
you know
blocks.
What I'm saying? Whole blocks.
If you go to Artesia, it's nothing but East Indian businesses. I get you.
Yeah.
Streets.
All businesses. And where all the Dominican stuff at? The Dominican stores, you know what I'm saying? I
barely see one. I was looking for Dominican food. I can't even find one here, bro. They got Puerto Rican food, but not Dominican food.
Yeah, exactly. And that's rare too. And even if they have, you know what I'm saying, food set up, hey, sometimes it may not even be owned by those so-called Puerto Ricans either. You know what I'm saying? It would even be certain, you know, it's like you think that it's Mexicans owning it, but it's really, you know, Chinese behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Or white people, whoever. You know what I'm saying? But so that's good.
It is one Issacharite business that's been a staple since the 80s. The Northgate grocery store. If y'all look up who owns it or who started it, it was an Issacharite. That's the only one that I know of.
That's the only one. Out of what? Out of all these supermarkets out here. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the supermarkets, grocery stores, it's always owned by our people. I mean, not by our people, owned by somebody else. The reason why it goes back to the curses, you know? Yeah.
God, this is Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 16. The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned.
Right. So the crown is falling from our head. What's the crown? What does the crown represent? Who wears a crown, brother? King, exactly. Right? And so the Lord said, through the Spirit, He said, our crown is falling from our head. Why? It's because we're not listening to the Most High. So we're going to show you some commandments, brother. Right? We're going to show you some commandments. Right? Real quick. Because, you know, he's been taught, you know what I'm saying, he's an Israelite, descent 30, he understands that. We're under the curses, right? So we're going to show you how to get out of these curses. You know what I'm saying? Because, it would only be, you know, fair to show you that you're in the curse, but also to show you how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, man, I'm cursed. I guess we're just going to be cursed forever. And like, man, you know, we're going to get out of these curses, but only reason to do that is to keep the commandments, all right? Give me Deuteronomy 28:1, and then we're going to show them the commandments.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command you this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right, so the Lord said, if you keep the commandments, the Lord is going to set you high above all nations upon the earth. You see that? So, how does that work?
Okay, it don't really matter how good you do. How far he going to push you then? Or you telling me like, damn, it's tricky, bro. It's tricky.
Give me Leviticus
So you
11.
telling me I gotta be following this commandment, and he gonna put me on the top, basically.
So what's going to happen is, as a collective, if enough Israelites in this world right now are coming back to this truth, right, wearing fringes, keeping the commandments, when that hits a set number, right, according to the Bible, the Most High is going to have this world to end, and he's going to usher our kingdom in, right? So that makes sense. So he's waiting for that. That's the Egyptian over there.
Yeah.
Prophecies. What's that scripture with that says the kingdom of heaven is within us?
Luke 17:21.
I was keeping.
Yeah, give me Leviticus. Oh yeah, I already had it. All right,
but not all of them. On the Sabbath day, I do my own thing. On the Sabbath day. So on the Sabbath day, that's the commandment I wouldn't keep. I would do my own thing. On Saturdays, I would go buy whatever I wanted. I go to the bars. I go shop in the stores. I wouldn't keep it holy, because we're supposed to keep it holy by not participating in this world. We're supposed to set it apart, congregate with the brothers, read the word, pray, and do our part, and not participate in this world, right? But I wouldn't kill, I wouldn't steal, I wouldn't commit adultery. I wasn't doing those, but the Sabbath, I would not keep it. When I was riding in the red line, I was homeless. I had no money, no clothes, just 2 backpacks, and only the clothes I had on. And I would ride and sleep on the metro all day and night, all week, all month long. One day I heard a voice and said, "No home. North Hollywood." I looked up there and it said, "No." I came up here and I saw these brothers, and they was keeping the Sabbath day. And then they showed me so much love, I wanted to come back. So I came back, and they gave me shirts with the fringes on it. And they showed me how to keep the commandment. And I started keeping the Sabbath day. After I started keeping the Sabbath day, I met a sister in the park who gave me an RV to sleep in right in Van Nuys. And then, for free. Then she took me to a place in Mexico and said I could have a room in her beach house in her Airbnb. And now I have a vacation spot and I have an RV.
Bring it out!
Hey! All praise.
Bring it all the way out, man.
Testimonies out here.
This is Joshua chapter 1 and verse number 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Exactly. It's only when you start keeping the commandments, brother, your whole life is going to turn around for the better, man.
Right!
Because guess what? Hey, it's powerful knowing that you're doing exactly what the Most High wants you to do, man. You know what I'm saying? You want the Most High to be on your side at all times, man. Right? When you're in effed up situations, you know what I'm saying, when life is not going well for you, you want to know at the back of your mind, the Most High got me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what he commanded me to do. Exactly. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So there's no reason for him to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? So give me a, oh yeah, Con, yeah.
This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. But this is the love of God.
Right, so this is what love is to God.
That we keep his commandments.
That we what?
That we keep his commandments.
It always goes back to keeping the commandments.
Right.
And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous. Meaning they're not supposed to be hard. Right? Like growing out your beard. It's not supposed to be a hard thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Now give me the commandments. So you know about the commandments, right? What can we eat pork, brother? Can we eat pork?
No. We're not supposed to eat pork.
We're not supposed to eat pork,
We're
right?
supposed to eat fish.
Okay, what kind of fish can we eat?
That one with the what's it called?
Come on, bro. You got it in the spirit.
Oh my God.
He said it.
No, what was it?
Exactly, yeah, fins and scales. Fins and scales. Right. Exactly. So you already know that. So give me the ones about, so you already know about the pork.
I learned
right?
that from y'all last time.
Yeah, exactly.
he got
I
that,
already
yeah.
knew it. I already knew it.
He got that.
I knew brother had to bring that up. So your girl know that too? Okay, all praise.
She said bread too.
What kind of bread?
What kind of bread?
Oh yeah, no, that's only for 1 week out the year. You can eat it any other time though. You can eat it any other time. But during that week of Feast of Unleavened Bread, yeah, no leaven. But that's only 1 week out the year though. So like today, you can eat it.
Get down, man. Get down.
You can get down. You know what I'm saying? With pizza, whatever you want. Give me 11 and well, real quick, brother. You said what? Okay, brother. All praise. So yeah, give me verse 10.
This is Leviticus chapter 11, verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall what?
They shall be an abomination unto you.
They shall be an abomination unto you. So if they don't have fins and scales, you can't eat it, right? Fins and scales. Okay, so that means what? No shrimp, crab, lobster, right? Eel, you can't eat none of that, right? Octopus.
She's saying why? Why you can't
Why?
eat those?
Because, exactly, it's fabric. Yeah,
It's coming from the ground, ¿no?
Exactly.
Bottom feeders.
Tienes que saber lo que ellos comen. Ellos comen lo que sea. Todo mierda. Los puercos
Yeah.
comen ¿qué? What about
exactly.
chicken? What about chicken?
No, you can eat chicken.
Well, chicken, they be eating everything they see, bro, in the floor too.
Well, here's the thing though, a chicken is more pickier than a pig though.
Oh,
And also, the Lord specifically said that the pig, you can't eat it. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The reason why the dietary law is the way it is for land animals, give me verse 3.
So we can eat chicken?
Yeah.
Verse 3. Whosoever parts the hoof and is cloven footed and chew the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
So among the beasts, like for example, the beasts, like for example, horses, you can't eat a horse though, right? It has to have 3 requirements. It has to have a cloven foot, parted hoof, and they gotta chew the cud, right? So that a cow got 4 stomachs, a pig only has 1 stomach, for example, right? So they fully digest their food. A pig doesn't do that though. Pig has 1 stomach like you know? So it really, you know what I'm saying, it boiled down to that. Now, in terms of the fish, the reason why we can't eat like shrimp and stuff like that, crab and lobster, is because it eats it's a bottom feeder. You know what I'm saying? It eats the garbage of the earth.
Viene siendo lo que se arrastra en el piso, pues se
Yeah,
maneja por todos los pisos.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you can't eat it. You can't eat it. Give me Leviticus 17, right? Verse like in Leviticus 19 and verse number 27.
Bring it out.
This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou merge the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead.
So it says you should not round the corners of your head, nor mar the corners of your beard. So you can't cut off your beard. All right, as a man, don't shave it off. Yeah, don't shave it off.
I'm supposed to let it grow?
You're supposed to let it grow. Yeah.
What about if I look? What about if I want to get a job and I don't look presentable?
You can look presentable with a beard, brother.
Yeah.
You can trim it down, but you can't just shave it off. Like you kind of get the
Like
shave
bald,
cream
bald,
and
bald.
you kind of do that. No, don't do that. Right? Don't do that. Yeah. So yeah, every brother out here, you know what I'm saying? If you can keep your, grow your beard out, grow your beard out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can say it's a part of your religious beliefs. They can't,
Yeah, exactly.
Deny you a job because you say you want to keep your business. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
I mean, some people be like, "Oh, you gotta shave." You know that, bro. That's how they be sometimes.
But what? That's the white man standards. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, especially in California, you have that benefit to, on your side that you can,
Only
you
Cali?
know,
Only here?
not only here, it's in other countries.
I mean, yeah, it's in yeah.
other states.
Yeah, it's other states. Yeah. Now keep reading.
Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord.
Yeah, you can't get tattoos, right? You can't get any tattoos.
No mas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get no more for
Yeah.
Yeah,
got only this one though.
Yeah. So if you got tattoos, you just gotta repent to the Most High. Don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Don't get any more tattoos.
Yeah, because now
Right.
I know if I do it again, that's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You already know. That's what's up. Like, you already know that. You know what I'm saying? Give me so that makes sense? So yeah, you can't do those things. Now, remember, the law is practical, right? The law is practical. Most High not going to ask you something that's just too hard. Like, it's a law for every man. He got to be as strong. He got to climb that tree every day. It doesn't make any sense, man. Right? All these laws are practical. It's a way of life. It's a way of living, right? And it's the best way to live, right? Because these are the laws prescribed unto us. Give me Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
Right.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
The Lord says,
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
that's actually a law. That's a commandment. You can't hate your brother in your heart. So let's say your brother doing dirt to you, you still can't hate him though.
That's what happened the other day, but I still love him though. That's my brother.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You gotta love your people regardless. You know what I'm saying? And that might be hard sometimes. But the Lord said, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart."
For people who's the closest to you, that's the main one to do more stuff, bad stuff for you, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the main person who hurts you for me. The people who's close to you.
Yeah, definitely, exactly.
Ain't
Go
there a
ahead.
time,
That's
you said a time of war though?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's talking about your brother.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying. Ain't there a time, there's a time of war though, in regards to that scripture. What if someone does something so heinous that it requires just punishment?
I mean, there is a time of hate. Say it again.
What if your brother killed your mom? Your so-called Israelite brother killed your mom out of his.
Okay, well you can't.
I'm not,
Yeah.
That's a hypothetical question. This is a serious.
Yeah, you still can't retaliate though.
You can't retaliate.
You can't retaliate. Now under Christ taught this. Christ said that you should turn the other cheek. That you should forgive him. Right? Now give me real quick, give me Luke 17 and oh yeah, I was already going there. Come on. Give me Luke 17:3.
Luke 17.
Yeah. Give me Luke 17:3.
Gotta take it home though.
Oh, you gotta
Hey,
go, King?
I'll probably come back though.
Okay,
Probably
King.
see you
Okay.
next time though. Hey, give me your number.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so definitely. You got my number. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come back, King. You know what I'm saying? Come back.
Y'all was here,
Simeon!
right?
Yeah, every Saturday, come.
Simeon.
Simeon.
Simeano.
God bless
Salud.
you, man.
Con.
All right, brother.
All praises.
God
Shalom.
bless you, man.
Shalom, King.
Mighty,
Shalom.
mighty
Shalom.
Simeon. Shalom, King.
All right, King. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Miente.
I got one more question I'm about to do.
Salud, miente.
Shalom, King.
Yeah, for sure.
Shalom. All right, now.
Is
Simeon.
there a timeline?
Pull me a shoulder.
Pum Yasharala.
Con. You said what, King? Judah? Yeah, Judah. All praise. Hey, remember, King. Hey, today's a Sabbath, so remember, you can't buy. You know what I'm saying? Sell, cook.
Until the sun go down.
Till the sun go down.
I cannot what?
You can't cook today. You can't buy nothing.
I
Right?
cannot buy food, nothing like that.
Just a few more
Yeah,
hours.
just a few more hours until the sun go down. Yeah, okay. All right. Just remember that, King. All right. All praise. All praise.
Do y'all subscribe to the Apocrypha?
From Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So, all right. All praise. All praise. What's going on, King? No, we just Israelites. They like to call us black Israelites, but as you can see, you know, nobody's black up here. You know what I'm saying? We actually reject calling ourselves black. You know.
Economic status?
No, just because you know, the Bible doesn't call us that. The Bible doesn't call us that at all. You know what I'm saying? We used to call ourselves black, but we're not. And plus, if you look at the sign, I mean, there's more Hispanic, you know, people groups than there are so-called black.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, I mean, you got Judah, African Americans. Benjamin will be like the West Indies. And you have Levi, which would be the Haitians. These are really the only three so-called black people groups on this sign. There's about 9 other that's about, you know, Hispanic, you know, as they'll say, brown. So I don't know why they just see a group of black men and say black Israelites, but you just totally regard all the other, you know, people that we include, you know what I'm saying, in Israelites. You should really, you know, they should say black Hispanic Israelites, but obviously that's not even, you know, a proper term. We're just Israelites, you know, Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, as you can see, you know. So yeah, so Israelites, you know, you believe in the Bible, brother? Okay, all praise to the Most High. Are you a Christian or you're a Christian? Okay, all praise to the Most High.
I'm really walking in the spirit.